Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Monday Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
And welcome everybody back to Perfect Plex Talk Radio. Right here.
Radio. That was the echo. I was doing the echo.
Is that our grenade whistle? Welcome everybody to Perfect Plex Talk Radio right here in the Unpopular Review channel. Listen, guys, we are the alphas and the omegas of pro wrestling talk, and today we got a lot to talk about. I am your host, the Book of Knoxxx. That's right, the Tribal Chief here on Unpopular Review. I am your host, Mike Knoxxx. I spell it with 3 X's because, damn it, like all them nasty, filthy, skanky whores you dated, I am hardcore. And over here to my left, that little set right there, look at that little handsome little dark guy. Look like a little freaking chocolate marshmallow. Tell him who you are, dog. Tell him who you are.
What up, everybody? You know who it is. You know who it be. It's the Almighty before the Almighty, the Dice Man, a.k.a. Mr. Z is Solid, a.k.a. Big Champ in the Chat. Kith knows nothing to know, a.k.a. the Shang Tsung of this wrestling debate talk. You challenge me, I promise you, your soul is mine. A.K.A. the Apprentice of Thanos, a.k.a. the head coffee pourer for WWE, a.k.a. the District Attorney for the state of pro wrestling, a.k.a. everybody's a.k.a. favorite, your mama's favorite daddy. The champ is here, so look at it, now respect it.
Well, I'm just going to say this because I don't care about everybody else's. It's my favorite. And that's all I care about. So I am your mama's favorite. So check it out. Listen, Dice, so what we got today, dog? It's a lot of stuff. We ain't been in a while. And guys, it's going to be an hour show today. Don't ask me why to the end.
What? Right. No. You just throwing this across on me. I didn't know this shit. Absolutely not.
I told you 2 minutes before I said
that's absolutely not.
Absolutely
not. We was not here last week. We owe them the time. We owe them our expertise because I got so many messages and texts. They said, "What? No show? I don't get my fix this week. I don't get my Charlotte Flair's the greatest women wrestler of all time. I don't get my AKAs from the Almighty. I don't get none of that. I don't get Big Kip in the chat.
Don't get me started.
We got to give them people what they want. Give me what I want, as Batista would say.
Spotlight now. Well, listen, the week in wrestling has come. It has gone. We are back with a new fresh week today on Monday Night Raw. Happy belated birthday to moi. Probably wasn't here last week. It was my birthday. I'm the old man here. All right. But I can still stay up all night long. And shout out to my man DC, the collector, for this beautiful shirt right now. Without pro wrestling, what is the point? Go to DC Designs to get the new shirts. That man got there. Shout out to that guy saying, "Can I get a Perfect Plex shirt, though? What's up? What's up with that?" You know what? He said, "I got you." I said, "All right, well, go ahead and get me there." So a lot to talk about, dude. A lot to talk about. And I ain't gonna lie to you. For me, the biggest talk was AEW this week because with Triple H making the moves that Triple H has been making, they had to bring out somebody. The thing is that I said this when he first saw Punk come back. You know I'm a Punk mark, so don't look at me like that. So as soon as I saw Punk, I said, he ain't ready. Like I just seen that old man limping. Okay, like 2 months ago. This brother's not ready for action, but they got to do something. We don't know what the hell's going on with MJF. I'm really starting to think this is not storyline. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the can with that. So we have a question for today as I put up the link or the video description for the show this week, because there's a lot to talk about. And this is one of the things I want to talk about right there. And that is the fact of who is in more need. Does AEW need Omega? They need CM Punk? Or is it MJF? Who is the biggest there? Has WWE backed themselves into a corner with the booking of Roman Reigns? What does that mean? We're going to talk about it. Karrion Kross is back, baby! And today, just to give you a little smidget, if we could, if you will, so to speak, we want to take you into a little war. The conversation, if you will. Is it the Evolution? Or is it the main event Mafia, which that brother says is one of the greatest factions of all time, top 3 factions of all time. He said it. I heard him. Okay. And I talk to his black ass every day. Okay. So
at me, bro. You don't, if you disagree, at me, bro. And I need reasons. No,
because I actually think I think I'm gonna surprise you today when we talk about that one. All right. Maybe I'm brainwashed by your thought process, but I like intelligent wrestling fans, as this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. So you make a valid point. So I want to go back to AEW this week. And first of all, and it's been the laughing stock of the whole entire weekend, right? And that's why every single time we see Moxley, John, that is, within 5 minutes. I was literally 5 minutes. Matter of fact, that's a lie. I was 3 minutes late to Impact or Dynamite, I'm sorry. And I turned it on, and that man was already bleeding, Dice. He was already bleeding. Okay? I seen a meme this morning that Bad Guy Jack from NXT show posted, and it was like, after a German suplex, Moxley's bleeding. After a clothesline, Moxley's bleeding. You know, after a finger 4 leg lock, Moxley's bleeding. Like, and I love that guy. I'm a Dean Ambrose guy / John Moxley guy. I love him. I do, coming through the crowd still. I think Moxley's one of the best things in pro wrestling right now, because I think that people actually admire what he does. But damn, bro, did you not look at, may he rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes' forehead, Ric Flair's forehead, I mean, Taz's forehead, Sabu's forehead? At some point, I gotta look aesthetically pleasing, and I'm not cutting myself. Oh Jesus, that man's head was all kind of. He had a whole damn. Let me shut up on his head. Okay, I'm still watching Game of Thrones.
His shit look like clothes where you don't put them in a dryer immediately.
straight. What they call it, hamburger meat on his head. So, but you get this. At the end of the show, Moxley and CM Punk. Chicago-made Punk comes out. What was your thoughts when you saw Punk come out?
I'm not gonna lie, I marked out a little bit. I was watching, I was like, oh shit, Punk's back. But that's where it stopped.
That's where it stopped.
That's where it stopped. I mean, it's just the music for me at this point. It's not definitely the music. It's the music. It's definitely the music. It's the music. The promos from Punk aren't.
But I feel the same way about your boy Jericho, though. It's the music. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's been the music for Jericho since he's been there, but he can still help elevate the talent. And I think that's what his job was there.
That's what his job is for. Yes, sir. That's what all the legends should be there for.
That's why he was the first AEW world champion to elevate the rest of the talent there. So
perfect person to pick to win that title.
Yeah, absolutely.
So outside of marking out, once you got past that moment, because I was with you, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, yes, huh? But AEW people have you think that only WWF does this kind of booking. By the way, I'm putting it out there just to make them mad, because I get it. This is their 2 biggest stars, right? Do you think this is their 2 biggest stars? I think it's at least 2 of their biggest 5 stars. There is Punk and Moxley. Okay,
I would honestly take, at this stage, it's supply and demand, right? And the people demand Kenny Omega. And
is that Omega's fault?
I mean, no, I'm just saying supply and demand is the people want Omega. I would think that that Omega would be more valued than Punk. I mean, before Omega dropped those belts, I mean, it was who was better, who had a better heel. It was like who had a better heel persona. Was it Omega or was it Roman? Because their personas mirrored each other. Right? You had Roman on one side, just dominating, and then you had Roman with Paul Heyman dominating, and on the opposite side you have Omega with Don Callis dominating.
Which I always thought was like this. Just what the parents say.
I think that Don Callis as his mouthpiece was.
Oh no, that was
amazing.
great. That was absolutely.
Kenny's
From a
a
wrestling
decent
standpoint,
talker.
yes.
He's a decent talker, but when you add Don Callis to the equation with him,
yeah,
I thought it was gold. I thought, I mean, besides we agree that Roman has been the best thing in professional wrestling heel wise for the past 2 years, and it's not even close.
Roman Reigns the GOAT.
I think that Kenny Omega would be, if you wanted to put who's closer in the race, even though it's a far, when you play Mario Kart, you almost lapping somebody. Omega would be in second place. It'll take like a minute or two.
Mario Kart.
But
Jesus, you're pretty bad. And I suck at sports. I mean, I suck at lapped in Mario Kart. You're really bad. So I like that analogy. That means that. But I do think that Roman and that. But again, I'm going to your words and how and most people view wrestling this way. Inside the squared circle, Kenny Omega's amazing. Okay, he's amazing. You cannot take that from him. I love that about him. And you're right. It's Omega. So you think, is Omega the answer for AEW? Because I think I think you're right. I don't think it's Punk.
I think Omega.
I don't think it's Moxley. I don't think it's MJF.
More needed.
I don't think it's MJF.
I think Kenny Omega is more needed than MJF and Punk right now.
I agree.
I mean, Mox is cool. Mox versus Punk is cool. We've seen this before. Let's not forget it. We've seen it before.
What company?
This isn't brand new funk like Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. It's not brand new funk.
I know the whole entire first verse by verbatim, but only the first verse. It was kind of an accident, the way that it happened. One day I was rapping on the beat. Jeff was racking me up. All of a sudden, he brought in the cut, and I dropped my microphone and said, "What the? Hold up. Okay. Sorry. I was on one, baby. What's going on, man? Smitty, Miss Claiborne, baby. It's Claiborne.
So I think, I mean, Punk, yes, Punk is cool, but I don't think that he wasn't going to be in a dominating role like a Kenny Omega. He wouldn't be his job would be to essentially be the Jericho 2.0 and help elevate the talent. You'll get a couple of dream matches out of it, you know what I'm saying, on a different scale, because, I mean, I think that fans would like to see a Punk versus Danielson. I think that would be a very interesting.
Can I say something that's unpopular to what you think I would say?
Ooh,
Punk don't have it no more, bro.
He don't. I said that. I said that after his third match.
You did, but I still think what him and MJF did was good and it was magical, because I think the promos, right? How we debate all the time, where I go storyline and we'll still go what storyline in the ring has to count. I think they was the total package and what they were doing on the mic and what they did in the ring, and because the in-ring is not that great from them too, the characteristics of them added to the match. Where watching him just solely based off of squared circle ability, he's you talking about Roman, Mario lapping Omega in a sense. I think Punk's been lapped in every sense of the word, and I think he needs to have, which I know would never happen, Goldberg type matches. He needs to have his matches should be no longer than 12 minutes, because he just doesn't have it. He looks gassed. He looks winded. It's like that ass woman he took in MMA just took a toll on him. Okay? I mean, you got that fine ass AJ Lee. Maybe he should get somebody. Maybe he should stop having sex with AJ Lee. They say like boxers shouldn't have sex when they go out there and wrestle. Maybe that's Punk's problem. He's up in AJ too much because he just ain't got it.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, at this point, like, AEW fans, if I could be serious for a moment.
Well, aren't we AEW fans?
I am an AEW fan, but I'm not an AEW mark.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
So I'm going to talk to the intelligent AEW fans or the non-intelligent.
Your cousin just sent me a fantasy football link. just
the intelligent ones know, but the unintelligent ones.
Okay. So you're gonna watch the masses.
CM Punk can no longer live off of the pipe bomb. I need you guys.
Why can't
I need you guys to get this through your skull. Not every single time that he touches a microphone, it's a pipe bomb. Not every single time he touches the microphone, that it's a good promo. I've seen The Rock do some bad promos before.
Well, first of all, Dennis, you're a hater. Just go. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that, because people act like that never happened. I've seen The Rock do some bad promos.
Yeah. I've seen Edge do some cringeworthy promos.
I think I've seen
well.
all. No, I don't think no
Cena
one's unforgiven in a bad promo. You know what? I might have to think about that one for a second.
But the thing, but the thing is,
I don't think I've ever seen Roddy Piper do a bad promo.
They will continue to bring up
or Flair
the pipe bomb.
Yeah,
from 10 years ago. It's over with.
Really? I don't see that as much. But I feel we're in different algorithms.
I mean, I get it. It's the persona. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But Hulk Hogan came back to WWE in like 2002, 2003, and he was still wearing the fucking bandana that said Hulk still rules. Let it go, bro. Let it go. It's cool.
Like Shawn Michaels' hair. Oh, that guy. Okay. Watching that DX thing, yo, and I love Shawn. It's my favorite. He didn't go bald. He needs the whole middle piece here, then it's bald here. It's like so thick. It's like my hair, but stringy. It's like what you got it for, bro.
Oh man.
Well, let it go, Shawn. Let it go. We love you though. All right, but you got to bring in some Punk needs. But what are you supposed to do there in that situation, right? Because CM Punk is the guy. He came out there. It was exciting. It's a pop. It's going to sell, right? Like I'm not gonna lie and say I don't want to see it. It's like going to a movie theater. You know what you're going to see. You better not come out this match saying this is match of the year quality because it cannot be. With all due respect, this cannot. No matter what they do, cannot be match of the year quality. It just can't.
I mean,
am I wrong? Am I wrong for that thinking? In that,
I mean, at this point, match of the year was SummerSlam, Brock versus Roman. I don't think it's that close.
Say it one more time. Rock versus Roman.
Rock versus Roman, as it stands right now.
Well, nothing can touch that. If that hasn't happened yet, all right. Although I don't do this often, that's a lie. I do it quite every week. Actually, go back 4 years on the tapes. I did call for that match, Blood versus Blood. What the hell are you drinking? Is that a Ford Loco?
Nah, it's a neon burst. I don't know, it's some new shit, but it's a great. It's called
drinking a damn it's called Ford Loco.
It's called Great Blowout
alcohol.
This is not 8%. I don't know what it is, but this shit has got me like a fiend right now.
No, listen. You used to laugh at me. I used to get drunk off them Lamaritas. It's something in that carbon, dude.
Oh no, yeah.
The big can Lamaritas. I mean, it's strong like this.
That tall can. That tall can take me half a damn day. That tall can take me half a damn day.
It'd be warm. It'd be warm. You be trying to drink. It's definitely carbs in there, but they need to do something with Punk. I mean, you can't do nothing. They had to bring this back. This had to be a move that was made to go against what Triple H was going against, I think. So, last question before we go for AEW. How close is Omega from what you read coming back?
I mean, this trios tournament is set for them guys to win. It's got to be the elite to win. Okay. I mean, Death Triangle, I believe that they have a really good.
They're going to always.
I believe that they're
every time.
I believe it outside of the elite. I think that Death Triangle is probably the best trio. I don't think it's. I mean, I think they're 1A, 1B.
Hey, Scotty, I need you to read this line, Mr. Scott Malone, if you're watching. If Joe Budden can still live off of pump it up, then Punk forever can live off the pipe bomb. But guess what? I don't think Joe Budden can live off of that. You know why? Because
he doesn't even like pump it up anymore.
No, the funny part, though, whenever I think about Joe Buttons, I swear to God, for God, all I think about is, give me that beat, fool, and Jay-Z killed him. He said, "You worthless fella. You're washed up. You're Purvis Ellis."
That's funny
Sean
because
Bradley.
What I remember, what I think about when I see Joe Budden is him falling down that escalator.
You see
that meme? Oh my God!
I see that. I'm old. I just turned 47, bro. I have to ask my wife. I'm like, yo, this said that. Oh, that's what that means. Okay, that's funny. Because I look at it like I don't understand it. I still don't understand the Jordan memes. It would never make sense to me. The man, I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't understand it. The Jordan meme will never.
You look way into the meaning of the meme, and it's not the meaning, it's the action of the meme.
Because he's crying, that was okay.
Yes,
right, I guess.
Yes. It's not the fact that whatever is the sentiments of it is, it's the fact that he's crying. So if I tease you because something happened, that should be a crying meme.
Okay, I guess I didn't get it because to me it was a happy moment when he was crying. Those were happy tears. It wasn't sad tears. It was happy tears. There's a difference, people. Okay. So Omegas, you think is set up for them to win with that? Anything on Dynamite that got you this past week you want to talk about other than Moxley bleeding? And because to me, the end was the best part of it. And they had to shoot that shot, right? They had to shoot that shot because right now, as they say, if you haven't heard, it's not minus his Nietzsche's. Triple H is out here collecting Infinity Stones at wrestlers. That's what he's out here doing right now. Everything Vince has let go, he is bringing back. I know Vince is sitting at home saying, son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing everybody back. The question is, who's next tonight? We saw Dexter Lumis from last Monday. We'll talk about that in a second, but this is all reactionary, Dice, to bring back CM Punk. I don't think Punk is ready. I do think it's a big match, though. I just don't think Punk is ready. If anybody can carry Punk through this, it can be a Moxley. It says all out September 4th. Yeah, that's like a few weeks from now.
Yeah, that's
okay. That's 3 weeks from now, to be honest.
Yeah, that's 3 weeks from now. But Moxley's on such a hot.
JY has a new husband? Because all I remember is the guy she divorced. So I didn't know she had a new husband. All right. Because I used to watch Jersey Shore religiously. Don't make fun of me. All right. They've been making fun of black folks for years. Watch Jersey Shore, you can make fun of white people. Okay. Grenade whistle. And you still, if you don't have push-up chapsticks, you don't know nothing about Jersey Shore. All right. It's more about than just t-shirt time, baby. It's more than just t-shirt time. You looking it up who the hell Jay Wild husband is? And why it's hooked? No. So is that like David Arquette?
No. I wanted to bring this up to give a visual. This is the tournament, right?
And where are we seeing? Okay, that third person is the question mark, which is Kenny Omega in your book.
It's Omega. So I see what I see there. Looking at
the left side so strong.
Looking at Will Ospreay being on that side.
Yeah.
I would lead to believe that they are probably going to face the Young Bucks.
Yeah, that has to make sense
in the finals. But I definitely
just not a horrible.
They should have put Death Triangle on the other side and had Death Triangle go against Thrustbusters or
whoever the hell these other bums are, right?
The Thrustbusters is the Parker Bordeaux dude.
No, I get that, but listen, every single person on the right hand side other than House of Black is ass. Dark Order ass. Thrustbusters ass. Best Friends been ass. Okay, you got Death Triangle dope. You got Will Ospreay and Ozzy. I don't know who the fuck that is. Dope. Okay, because you got Will Ospreay, right? You got freaking Charlotte Flair, the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
I almost removed you from this damn screen.
Husband, everything back up, really? Right? And Dragon Lee Rush, okay, and the Young Bucks, it don't even matter. Bruce, okay, I can't see. All right, like I don't get that. Like that whole side is dope, and that's a hard it's like one-sided. It's like watching the women's tag team tournament bracket. It's like this is stupid. This is Bailey's spin people to win. You know what I'm saying? That sets us up, hopefully, for what we all hope to be, that these girls are back. We just don't know yet. Maybe Triple H is holding out for something bigger. But to look at that's embarrassing to me. That's embarrassing to me. You got 50,000 fucking tag teams in that in factions in that company, and that's the best you come up for a tournament? No offense. They got better than that. You have way better than that to put together.
Yeah. The other things that, AEW, it looks like we're definitely on a crash course with Britt Baker, DMD versus my lady, La Mera Mera.
Oh, that picture I sent you. You got all discombobulated, mama. Look at the man's face. He all discombobulated, mama.
I do love some Thunder Rosa. You know what? I have yet to see in AEW a triple threat ladies match.
But now they got the stupid new belts, right? With the mixed couple belts. Right?
Well, that's a AAA tag. That's not AEW. That's a AAA thing. That's completely different.
That said AEW.
No, it's that AAA mixed tag team.
I gotta pay attention more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are
the order. Stop hating. I'm sorry. Listen. Like CM Punk, CM Punk can't live forever off of. Thank you. Where I'm going off the pipe bomb.
They can't live forever off of Brody Lee.
They cannot.
The next best thing that was about Dark Order is already going, and she's in the Jericho Appreciation Society, and that's Anna Jay.
Yeah.
Which I think is the best ass wrestling. Jesus. Quick question about AEW.
Charmaine. That's not.
I would love that match, Charmaine. I would love that match only because, but Ring of Honor is a secondary brand compared to AEW. So you would think AEW would be the Raw. Ring of Honor would be the SmackDown when SmackDown was lesser than Raw all those years ago. But I mean, it's the Ring of Honor titles, right, are what I would consider WWE thought about the ECW title. Like you had Cena and Batista on one side.
They could have done so many great things with that, bro.
You had Cena and Batista on Raw and SmackDown, respectively, as the champ. But then you have a guy like Kane or a Mark Henry or Matt Hardy who's just undeniable. But you can't take the belts off of those two guys on Raw and SmackDown. So what do? You make them an ECW world champion. So what do you do with Ring of Honor? You make Claudio Castagnoli a world champion.
So
nobody gives a fuck about no Ring of Honor champion. Nobody gives a fuck about Ring of Honor championships, though.
But it's the same thing when you talk about the AAA belts. Even if they can be whoever other federations they want to be, they're still being represented on that television channel. So there's too many belts.
Yeah,
there's too many belts. There's too many belts.
But I think in the time and era of mixed tagging, in intergender matches, this would probably be good for AEW because they don't care about male on female action in the ring. They don't. While WWE has a reputation to uphold with kids and. And that's where you had a couple of people. You had a couple of people with domestic squabbles in WWE, and they don't want it. You don't want to kind of promote that on a publicly traded company. Like I get it. So
don't tell that man that boy like a damn bag of chocolate doodles.
But it's to me, I think that one thing I wanted to say else about AEW.
I agree
why
with that
the fuck is Madison Rayne there?
You know why? I tell you why she's there. Because
to get fed to Jade.
The bad booking of AEW in their women's division. She's like any other legend you could get. The same way when they brought Lita back for that stretch in WWE, right?
But they promoted her as a women's trainer, right? But then you put her in the ring. And now she's going to have a match with Jade this week. Like she's not going to win. We know that. Like this TBS championship that Jade has, I'm sorry, it's a complete fucking joke.
Well,
it's a complete fucking
joke. TNT title for
there are not three notable names that Jade Cargill has faced in her reign. If she goes in that ring with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, she will get out wrestled. If she goes in there with Thunder Rosa, she will get out wrestled. If she goes in there with Ruby Soho, she will get out wrestled. If she goes in there with Toni Storm, she will get out fucking wrestled. Those are your top women right there. Jade is just the mid-card champ for the women, and she's not making any progress because I'm tired of seeing backstage segments and a bunch of bullshit. Her coming out here with goddamn Jermaine Dupri. For what? Jermaine Dupri don't even watch fucking wrestling.
First of all, Jade Cargill can always come on the screen, bro. Why we want to fight?
She can come on the screen all she wants, but show me something in the ring.
Yeah, well, she can't because she's too green. She's there because she's a face. That's why she's there. And we're going to continue to watch her for that reason, to be honest with you. But so you're paying. So I want to go back to Raw last week.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Let's put a nickel in the meter.
Okay, yep, I see that.
We're gonna take our first commercial break. When we come back, we'll get more into Week of Wrestling. You are watching Perfect Plex Talk Radio. That is Mike Knoxxx. I am Zia Silent. Click the button.
What's going on, everybody out there? This your boy Mike Knoxxx, and I am the founder of the best damn show in radio networks, also known as BDSR Network, Perfect Plex Talk Radio, around the blocks with Mike Knoxxx, the soul in sports, the hour of power in sports, Belt King Radio, impacting your Thursday nights. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. I just want to say thank you guys. Thank to every single person. We have reached 3,000 episodes. OMG. I never thought this would be possible, and it would not be possible without you. So today's episode 3000 is dedicated to you, and you. Hashtag, I said before, Bob Johnson ain't got nothing on me. Episode 3 stacks like Andre. We are here, people, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Love Club Radio. Your boy Mike Knoxxx. The game version 1. The best game show on radio. Let's get it. So if you don't like it, you should listen anyway. From wrestling to sports to the movies, you name it, yo. Mike Knoxxx, the best damn show on the radio.
Perfect Plex Radio. Simply perfect.
People, do me a favor. You know how we do it right here on the BDSIR radio networks. Stand on your feet for the one, the only, Tully Blanchard! Welcome to the program.
I'm glad to be here. I don't know if I can follow that intro.
Sir, it is a
Although
honor.
I did say at the Hall of Fame induction, the Four Horsemen can follow anybody.
My very first interview right there with Tully Blanchard. Long time no see. But the week in wrestling, bro, like, I'm sorry, like, Raw has become a must-watch show again, in my opinion.
Again. You know what? All the people, I told y'all, I am the head coffee pourer for WWE. I didn't go against the ship. I stayed the course. Now y'all want to come back and now you want to have the discussion about Monday Night Raw. Now you want to have the discussion about Friday Night SmackDown. Now you want to have the discussion about WWE. You keep that shit over there. Remember when y'all was trying to hype up Impact? You was trying to hype it up? No, you take it for what it is. Non-motherfucking factor. You want to hype up AEW? No, you take it what it is. Non-motherfucking factor. I don't want you talking about no damn,
She said
gonna do this
everybody knew Kenny had a wife. She said, I didn't know. Shit. You was a non-motherfucking factor. And she got smacked for that shit, by the way, for saying that. Big tips in the chat. But no, Raw last week, and let's do a real fast little preview tonight. We got AJ Styles going against Bobby Lashley for the United States title. I like what they're doing there.
I almost walked away. I almost walked the fuck.
Well,
that's my two guys. Two guys.
Okay.
That's my
but
two guys.
To me, this is Triple H booking again, because if you look at SmackDown, I like how they put a big prestige back on what the Intercontinental Champion is supposed to mean. And they put this whole promotion together about the workhorse title. I thought that was very important. I predict that coming again tonight. Go ahead.
I think it's perfect, because I said this 2-3 weeks ago that ever since Bobby Lashley got that United States Championship, he has brought a lot of prestige to it. And when his career is all said and done, I believe that when we talk about iconic United States champions, he will be listed in there. He will be listed in a top 5, in my opinion.
I don't think I don't know
what he's been able to do. When, like, we have an absent champion, an absent world champion, right? Because we don't have a belt on Raw.
Right.
So the next
USA Network's getting real pissed by that, by the way.
The next big thing is that United States Championship, and there's been nobody that looks better than Bobby for the past year.
Don't that's whack. Do it right.
Nobody in here looks like you, Bobby. Show them the pose. You look like money. You smell like money. You smell it? That's right, Bobby. Nobody in here looks like you. So, I mean, for the past year, he's been very, very. I mean, the crowd
top 5 all time. That's tough, bro. I'm not putting him against.
I said when his career
is over. I got it
over.
But when that's over, we're gonna revisit that, because we're gonna be old. Well, I'm gonna be older than you, and we revisit that. But that's tonight. Also tonight we have the women's tournament.
We'll probably get a reason why Dexter Lumis showed up, and I believe.
Okay, real quick before I go to what I was gonna say, do you think security messed up? I think that was done on purpose, the way that it was done.
No, yeah, absolutely. But
people are trying to say, that was storyline and the security. No, that was perfectly written. That's the best thing I've seen on WWE TV as far as something in that, going that look that real.
Because you didn't know. Didn't know. I think it's half storyline, half they dropped the ball. Somebody forgot their cue on something, because we don't see a Monday Night Raw where the winner of the match is still in the ring for that long. He was in the ring for another 3 minutes celebrating. I mean, they was damn near about to loop his song again.
But that's why they said people thought it was that with the security release.
And he kept looking over, But the most important part of AJ looking over was the fact that the cameraman was looking over his shoulder. The cameraman was in the ring looking over his shoulder. So that would lead me to believe that was definitely planted.
Because anybody, producers are all around that whole thing. They can easily say, let him go. He's with us. It's really not that hard. Right?
You are very pixelated, my brother.
Am I really? Well,
You're super pixelated. You're super blurry.
I'm going to go out and come back in.
That means it's my show now. It's my show. But Dexter Lumis showing up on Raw was probably one of the best things that I've seen as far as re-debuting somebody or reintroducing somebody to a crowd that they might not know or that they've forgotten. And he stayed in phenomenal shape. But the conspiracy theory here is he's there to help Austin Theory. In some way, the way is going to help Austin Theory cash in at some point. I believe that this would be a great storyline. However, I just couldn't see somebody like somebody like Gargano
to the main roster.
That would mean bringing Candice and Gargano to the main roster and also calling up Indy Hartwell, in which I believe that she should be champion on NXT. Even though I love what Mandy Rose is doing right now, she should be called up. She deserves. If Liv Morgan can be champion on SmackDown, God damn it, Mandy Rose can be champion up on the main roster as well. But what she's doing down there at NXT, phenomenal. But there's ladies like Indy Hartwell that it's her time, and she's very over with that crowd.
You bring
but
up
to call her to have her skip that process in NXT. I don't believe that they would do it, but if they were going to do it, they would have to, because what makes Dexter Lumis so great is the compatibility that he had with Indy Hartwell.
Not for me. I personally hated all that. I liked him. I hated that whole. To me, that was Vince's trademark to have somebody kiss and fall in love. I just hate that whole thing. It was good, but it was just they pushed it too much.
I believe he's going to feud with AJ. AJ did say some stuff on a backstage.
That's AJ
backstage.
Too.
No, it was a regular interview that he did and said he should have never been gone.
But you know how you mentioned the Bobby Lashley thing with the U.S. title and stuff. I think if they're going to bring back these little guys, right? And I look at somebody like Gable. This is their title to me to fight for. I don't want to see a light heavyweight title. Let them fight for that. Let that be. Bobby's too big for that title to me. You know what I'm saying? So to me, him having that to me is always like, he's bigger than that, in my opinion. But also tonight, we're going to continue this women's tournament. And look how WWE puts a bracket together. Oh, that's the wrong picture. I thought I put the picture up here, but I know I put the picture up here. Okay. It's assuming me. I got it. It's the wrong one. Here it comes. There it is. Now, stupid at the top of there. We knew Tamina and Dana Brooks was losing. Didn't like that at all. Okay. Alexa Bliss and Asuka take on Nikki ASH and Doudrop. Then the SmackDown side of things. I was shocked that Raquel Gonzalez and Aaliyah won. I don't know why all of a sudden
I like them as a tag. I like them. They were really pretty.
I hate them as a tag.
And you got it's a Beauty and a Beast type thing, but both of them are fucking gorgeous. You got the brain. You got somebody who can fly. You got somebody who can powerhouse. So I think that's a perfect.
I don't think Aaliyah's. I love Aaliyah as a person.
She's still very green.
I just think she's very horrible in the ring. I think she's so bad in the ring.
Are you taking her or Shotzi on the main roster?
I'm taking Shotzi because she looks like a professional wrestler.
Even on the main roster,
she looks more the part than Aaliyah does. That's for me. I'm not. They both are very bad, but I think Shotzi at least looks like something that I don't know. I let that one go.
I mean, at this point, you know what? Everybody can't be the 4 horsewomen, right?
No, I get that. But
everybody can't.
I knew it was gonna go there. It's this right here that bothers me. Everybody's favorite ass, Nikki Lyons, should not be nowhere near touching main roster. Nowhere near.
She shouldn't. But I think that she's planted. I think that she's playing it there just to see how those two women will do against main event people.
Of course.
And I believe that.
Zoe Starks is Triple H's girl.
And Natty can wrestle. Natty can wrestle any one of these girls.
I like that tag team. To me, that's a dope.
I like that tag team a lot better than her.
Any tag team here. Any tag team here. I like that tag team better.
I like Natty and Sonya better than I like her and Shayna, because it just seemed like Shayna just they just didn't mesh well personality wise.
I didn't think so either. But to me, and I'm glad you brought that up. We ain't on SmackDown yet. You know I love me some Shayna Baszler. I'm glad she's finally getting her shine over there on SmackDown. She's going to have that match against Ronda. I really love that. I thought what Ronda did on SmackDown was dope as F2, coming out with the money.
Chef fucking
again, maybe somebody, it's all about the producers and who's helping them backstage. All right. And to me, in 2 short weeks, Ronda has done a 360 from where she was to me at the SummerSlam and going into SummerSlam. I hated her. You know how much I love Ronda Rousey. I wanted the shirt and everything. Matter of fact, that's going to be the first female shirt I bought. I ain't even bought a Charlotte Flair shirt, but I wanted that Ronda Rousey shirt bad. I marked out for Ronda. I love Ronda in this company. She just came back and something was off. All right, so I equated to the management, the booking, the road agent that's helping her backstage. So that fact of Triple H being back in power, you can see the change in Ronda. I love it. But back to this tournament, to me, this tournament is 100% Io Skies and Dakota Kai's to go into whatever this ends. It has to be Boston Glow. It's the only thing that makes sense. If not, this is worthless, Dice.
Yeah, I would agree. Bring that back up for me one more time, please.
Yes, sir.
While I do love Alexa and Asuka, however, these two women are very questionable being put together. It's like,
which two?
Why? Asuka and Alexa, right? They should be going
sense.
for.
They have nothing to do
with.
They should be
going for the. They should be going after Belair.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This title is beneath them. I don't see them as.
I won't say beneath. I won't say beneath. That's a big word.
Unless you would have gave Asuka homegirl that she was with the Kabuki Warriors with, then cool. I get it.
Makes sense.
Asuka could do that. Yeah,
them two pairings don't go together.
I don't like the pairing. Zoe Starks and Nikita, again, still very green. Nikita, she's still counting her steps. Beautiful woman. They're gonna probably she's one cheeseburger away from them considering her overweight.
You know
she's
how
a little
say,
too thick for them.
Say Triple H is bringing back people. I think that's somebody Triple H should get rid of.
Nikita,
she's so over on social media that WWE likes that format.
Listen, they'll get rid of Nikita when they bring my baby Valerie Loretta up there. When they bring another MMA girl, Valerie Loretta, if you don't know,
was Sticky Lyons MMA fighter?
No, Nikita Lyons was not. For those of you who don't know who Nikita Lyons is, she first was on a reality dating show, right? On one of those low budget.
Okay,
one of those low budget.
I watch the high budget
TV shows.
I watch the high budget hoes.
I think it's like real. It's like Real Chance of Love or some goofy shit like that, right?
Real Chance, like Chance from New York.
No, not Real Chance. No. I thought the same thing. But no, she was on there as a contestant, and I was telling my guy at work, I'm like, listen, you gotta check this. A Chance of Love. Okay, yeah. So I was telling my guy, I'm like, yo, you gotta check this white girl out.
I didn't say they were. I just think they should.
I show him a picture. And he's like, yo, she was on a TV show. And I'm like, all right, so I Google her and I see it. I'm like, okay. And then I'm looking at, because occasionally I do watch Women of Wrestling to see what they do. And she's on there.
You have to watch Women of Wrestling. You have to watch it.
It's really good. But her character there seems like it's more her personality, but it's just her personality is very dull to me. But her social media, popping.
Yeah.
Popping. She's the reason why Valerie Loretta got the contract to come into WWE, which is American Top Team, and she's a teammate of another one of my lovely ladies that I love, Paige Van Zandt.
She's in the wrong company. Personally,
Paige Van Zandt is in the wrong company.
She's in the wrong company because I say that because it's certain people can be used a certain way in different federations. in my opinion.
Paige Van Zandt is a gorgeous woman.
She's a WWE wrestler written all over. And I would take her before Zoe Starks, Nikki Lyons, Xia Li, Shotzi, Aaliyah. And everybody likes Dakota Kai. Sorry, I don't. Okay, I'm not afraid to say it. It's okay for Mike Knoxxx, who loves everything, not to like something. Okay? Get tired of y'all telling me, Mike, you like everything. So what's my thing? Don't hate me because I love shit. Because you hate on everything. Okay? I don't like Dakota Kai. There it is. I said it. What you say?
I love King Coda. I love King Coda. She's so fucking adorable.
Before she's the main roster, she looks like a homeless skateboarder.
That's Cora Jade. Stop it.
Okay, well, just saying. I'm the grunge. You know what I'm saying? The grunge look in her eyes. But what is that? Overrated?
Kai is overrated. Wow.
The winner will face. Yeah. Who never lost? Okay, that's what it should be. If that's not the case, DC,
they'll probably
if
jump
that's not the case, it's horrible. And by the way, guys, y'all get this beautiful shirt right there from my man DC Designs. Okay, hit him up on Instagram.
We can barely see it because you pixelate it.
There it is.
We can still barely see it because you pixelate it.
Whereas you can see my
Cody Rhodes. We are family.
Actually, I can't see it because it's in the green screen and also with a black mark. Okay, like your face. It's like spot face. You got a whole spot right there. Listen, let's go. Weekend Wrestling. Give me your overall grade. SmackDown, Raw. If you got to say about SmackDown, go ahead and say it now so we can move on. I thought, like I said, I keep on saying the base.
SmackDown was fine. SmackDown was great to me.
More Karrion Kross. You put that on there, so let's get that out of the way. I apologize. You put that on the marquee about that picture with Karrion Kross, but that was 2 weeks ago. They came back. We didn't talk about it last week.
His last promo that he just did on Friday. Great. I thought it was pretty cool. That when he turned and looked, you saw Drew McIntyre like warming up, about to go to the stage. I thought that was so cool because he was literally doing his promo 25 feet away from him. I'm like, but if you're doing a promo 25 feet away, I can't hear you talking. I can't hear you talking right now. Like, I just wish that Drew would had turned around a little bit and sometimes you can feel people just looking at you. I can just feel when they looking at me. You're checking out my sexy right now. I just feel it. I'm checking out my sexy right now. I feel it. And it just the hairs creep up on the back of your neck. They ain't paranoia. The damn sure ain't the Usos. It's just you just out here checking me out. You just checking me. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was great.
And they just said rumor is Hit Row.
Hit Row is back.
Am I wrong? I love them. My daughter screamed from the living room because NXT.
Please, can I guess what you're about to say?
Yeah.
They don't matter if Swerve is gone.
It's not that they don't matter. It's just I personally thought Swerve was too big for Hit Row in the first place. I really did. I didn't.
Well, he's not an original member anyway.
Okay, so with that being said, right? I think they're okay to come back. I like Hit Row. I do. Right, and again, that's just me wishing all black talent does good. And I get their rappers and all that kind of stuff. I just personally.
For what it's worth, AJ Francis, aka Top Dollar,
Top Dollar, is way better than that dude. They're way better than that team in AEW. Caster and them. I'm sorry, the whole scissor thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. You know what? While we're
not scissoring you, by the way.
I'm a jump.
Don't scissor me, bro. Don't scissor me.
I'm gonna jump back to that in a minute. But what Triple H is doing, bringing these people back, right? Yeah. He is fluffing up the roster.
Oh, this is clearly the break up, or split up. I won't say break up. Split up. The Usos have nobody to go against. The Usos have nobody to go against. They got to bring up somebody. They got to bring more tag teams. The Usos have no one to fight.
And to bring up, what up, Jason? To bring up these people, you are fluffing up your roster. You are making more intriguing matches. You are giving a shot in the arm to what have we've been dogging for so long. Well, I'm not gonna say we because I've been on the shit. I'm here. I've been here. But what most fans have been shitting on and not taking it for what it is, but I would say that you are wrong,
they're not even the same.
Because
they're not the same.
They Street Profits aren't even rappers.
They were
don't
never
even have a
rappers.
rap moniker.
Yeah, that was never rappers.
So,
they were just dudes from the hood, if you will. You know what I mean? But they're not.
And the problem with the second sentence in that statement.
I don't see the potential
you don't see
at
the
all.
Potential. Obviously, they were brought back because Triple H sees the potential. And this is the game. The cerebral assassin. If that man sees
Hold
it,
on, go ahead so I can start preaching. Go do it. I like this.
If everybody else who are veterans say that a group like them shouldn't have been left off, and you say a guy like Vince brought them up, and then Vince is so out of touch that he let them go. Well, now the person that's out of touch is gone. His regime is gone. His head writers are gone. They now have to answer to the guy who's in touch with professional wrestling. I mean, if you can look at the Acclaimed and say you see potential in them,
Soldier me,
how could you not look at Hit Row and see the exact same thing? However,
I think Top Dollar
AEW, y'all need to stop.
Yeah.
Y'all need to stop with that Sonny Kiss shit, because that was, I have nothing against gay people. Almost every other show, everybody
Show them your shirt, bro. Show them your shirt.
I have something rainbow on. My shirt is a rainbow shirt to celebrate the gay people of
love is love.
Love is love. God is love. Rev run. Love hard. Love often. However, you cannot sit up there and put damn Sonny Kiss on my TV screen as a heterosexual male. And he out here popping his back in these little ass shorts. Like, I want to see that shit. There's not even gay men that want to see that shit. Meanwhile, the other homie from the Acclaim, there's the other homie from Acclaim, the one that was in the wheelchair, he don't be fucking up my rant right now. Meanwhile, he's gay. He's proudly gay, but he's not out here just, you know what I'm saying? He's not out here cross-dressing and all this bullshit. Like, even Goldust wasn't even on the shit that he's on. You
I don't know, dog. Goldust was looking
Goldust kissed Ahmed Johnson.
And Ahmed was pissed. Go back to Behind the Curtains on BDSR Network. The first wrestler to have his own podcast was Ahmed Johnson, and he said he hated him for that. That was not in the script. That was not in the script.
That was not the move. That was not the move for AEW. Tony Khan, you definitely dropped the ball. There's a reason why Sonny Kiss has only had a total of 8 matches.
And let me just say this, if you don't mind, blind tag.
Yeah.
And this is again, well, you mentioned before I blind tag, I'm sorry, because you said that happened for a reason, because he joined somebody after that match. Remember?
Yes. He joined the Thrustbusters.
Right.
Or whatever their name is.
Yeah.
The Parker Bordeaux dude.
So my blind tag was Sportica. Did I say it right that time?
Sporkita.
This is why I don't like those guys. Again, I'm glad you brought it up, because love is love. Okay. And I get you call the person what they want to be referred to as. Sonny Kiss has not said he's referred to as a female. He still calls himself a man. So for them to write in their thing on his comeback, that was very disrespectful. Sporkita. All right. Just to say that. All right. Moving on for that. Weekend Wrestling total overall.
Total grade. I think that this
including Ronda Rousey's tweet, by the way. She said, "Here, take your money back. With all these budget cuts, bring me back some competition."
I believe this is the best, if not one of the best. I would say top 3, top 5 weeks in wrestling thus far this year. I had nothing bad to say. I had nothing bad to say about Raw. I enjoyed NXT. I enjoyed Rampage, Dynamite, SmackDown.
It was a great.
I had an Infinity Gauntlet of wrestling this week.
It was. You had a Triple H. So I give it 4 out of 5. Triple H, the game, the King of Kings, the greatest entrances in WrestleMania history. Triple H belts.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Jason, AJ Styles does not want the Young Bucks to join WWE. He stated that he misses his friends.
I've heard that.
He stated that he misses his friends.
All of them are friends, but they're all friends today.
They're the Bullet Club.
Yeah, they're all friends today. But could you see? Let's go.
I couldn't see it. I could.
Hell
had to freeze over.
They would have to.
They would have.
Did you think Cody would ever come back? You ever think Cody would have came back?
Literally, I thought I did believe it. I did
one
believe
day,
it because
yes,
no matter
what, fast in that manner.
No matter what he did in AEW, that title, if he would won that world title, it still would not amount to his daddy not winning that world title. He came back to finish a job that his daddy started.
And George, that's exactly what we're going to see at the Castle thing. That's the match, right? Or that's not the match yet. It's just Shayna Baszler. I'm sorry, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
If we can get that at Survivor Series, that's amazing. However,
I think it's happening because that's Ronda's doing. I think that's Ronda.
Did you see the graphic that they are all that? I don't know if this is real graphic or not, but WWE is promoting Karrion Kross versus Roman Reigns at Survivor Series. Why would you put that out this early?
Where'd that come from? Is that
where
is Survivor Series?
I meant to see you. I don't even know. I didn't even look. I
would say go look for the tickets in that city, right? Because they do be doing that. They do be screwing up doing that. They really do, right? Because
it was like a whole TV graphic of it, though.
That's what I'm saying. So I didn't. So it's possible. Just like tonight on Raw, we get Riddle back, and Riddle's supposed to be hurt, but yet he just wrestled in Salisbury, Delaware over the weekend, or Salisbury, Maryland over the weekend.
Well, he didn't wrestle from some of the friends that I had that went there. He didn't necessarily wrestle. He still played to the injury, but kind of cut like a promo, and he got into a brawl with Seth. But
you're not brawling if you're hurt, bro.
I did see, for all you people that go out to live events, right? It's cool to be a fan, but this one person was so damn thirsty. So they had like a.
Well, JR's always fucking up. JR got.
You've been to the Civic Center, right? You've been there before, right?
Which one? The Philadelphia.
So no. Wycomico's Salisbury.
No, I haven't.
So so they have like a fence, like a barbed wire, not a barbed wire, but like a chain fence or a steel fence or whatever. Like a dog fence, right?
Yeah.
That sits there. It's pretty high. And you can see it's in the back parking lot, but you see like this girl took like mad pictures of the people. Like, let these people go. Clearly, she was in the bushes because there was like tree limbs and shit there. I'm like, yo, give these people fucking privacy. Like, if they're not in the parking lot while you're in the parking lot, like, let them be.
I'm sorry, I told you stories I can't repeat on air.
Survivor Series is in TD Garden.
And then TD's in Boston, okay. And yes, Raw's in DC tonight. That's why we don't have Vaughn tonight. On social media to that network, Ayatollahs and Rockos starts a shot to King Vaughn Jr. 720 on the Twitter and the Victorious Ones podcast. Check that out. He's doing big things, trying to make a name for himself. I appreciate that, brother. Been holding me down for over 10 years.
Because I'm a brand. He's a brand. I'm a brand. He's a brand. She's a brand. Because we're all brands. Hey.
I thought I was gonna go with a Spider-Man reference there, like. Shout out to My Kicks is My Fix. The Belt Emperor should probably be there tonight. I'm quite sure Mo Eaton would be there tonight. That's why they're not all here, along with the whole wrestling marks of excellence should be there in DC tonight. DMV wrestling is thick. All right, shout out to all the guys there from Belt Kings that I know will be there in the building tonight on Raw. Taking a break. We'll be right back. When we come back, y'all, we're going to have this debate right here. We're going to have this debate right now. Is it the main event Mafia? Or is it Evolution? Which one is it, y'all? We'll be right back on Popular Views, Perfect Plex Talk Radio. Don't y'all ever forget.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
Seriously, let me go over here and talk to the BWO real fast. Yeah.
Welcome to UPR presents Anime Is Us.
Mafia.
Yeah, something's giganto and then something. He was talking about all the foods and especially caramel apples, candied apples. She didn't even know.
But no, it worked.
Yeah, Bobo was working on drums because he was secretly taking music lessons back before he entered UA.
And
Money in the Bank season's upon us. They call this the Big Five.
The Shields explode. I loved it. Those are my number two. I had to. I thought he was going to cheat, so I was doing my extra special shit with my picture on it, showing how I'm a belt king. I wanted to stick to hey, hey, ho, ho.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Unpopular Reviews. Top five. Man, there was rumors that they were going to remake them with Will Smith and Eddie Murphy. Now I could smoke a bag of that. Obviously, nothing ever came of it. It sure shit ain't gonna happen now.
No.
But my favorite one of the trilogy is my number 2 greatest boxing movie of all time, which is Let's Do It Again.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Nobody is on my level. No one. Everything I touch turns to gold.
I have the insights to do it. And we are back here on Perfect Plex Talk Radio on Popular Reviews, Perfect Plex Talk Radio, guys.
Never
and
get
make
old.
sure it don't. That's why I keep playing. And everybody knows I love Bret Hart. All right, please, guys, don't forget to check out this week. We have a lot of shows here on Unpopular Review and the wrestling segment. You're listening to Perfect Plex Talk Radio right now with yours truly, the wrestling Ayatollahs and rock and rolls, the alphas and the omegas of pro wrestling. Dice Man and myself. Don't forget Wednesday nights. We got the gorgeous couple that is doing the Dynamite review for AEW, NXT. Don't forget to come back and check out Captain Shakespeare and Bad Guy Jack at its finest. And we got all kind of stuff on this network. Entertainment. You see my kids, they do if you're an anime fan, my kids review like My Hero Academia and all that kind of stuff. Check it out. Whatever it is you like, we got it for you. And this week on Unpopular Review Entertainment, we have the top 5 couples of all time that dropped. All right. As well as the Notebook rewatch review. That's right, y'all.
Oh, God.
The Notebook. You saw that show. You want to watch the Notebook yourself. But let's talk about Evolution. Oh, no, not Roman Reigns snacking them.
Well, yes. Did WWE back themselves into a corner with Roman's booking?
Meaning what?
You have nowhere to go with. You have guys that should be in your top spot or one of your top spots, and your champion who's holding both of the belts is there for 25% of the time.
I don't personally think that it's a backdoor
apparently
because they're doing with Drew, right? We got the Karrion Kross and the Drew thing. They got to do something to continue this for the next 5 months, right? Until we get into Royal Rumble
season.
Right. So we got the rumors about Bobby Lashley. We got Drew McIntyre. We got, will the Fiend pop up at the castle? It's a lot of places to go with this Roman thing. But I get what you're saying in the sense of he's just not beating cats. He's whooping people's ass. All right. And he's like what did I look at as a Roman fan, how great it was what he did at WrestleMania. But as an Edge guy, as a Daniel Bryan guy, that was kind of disrespectful. Right? It really was because he pinned them both. Right? They made Brock look monstrous with this. This isn't a Roman moment.
I mean, listen, they took everything. They took Brock down like he was fucking Thanos. Like how every superhero got a chance to go at Thanos in Infinity War. Everybody got a swing. Everybody that was anybody and anything got a swing at Brock at that point in time.
Yeah, it took. What did Michael Cole say? It took the Usos. It took Theory. It took the ring. It took the announce table. It took chairs. It took steps. It took It took belt shots to beat him. So in that retrospect, yes, you know what I mean.
He's having a lot of fun too. By the way,
I think Roman's being booked perfectly. I like that statement right there. Roman is the Mike Tyson of the WWE, except for. I don't like this statement as a Mike Tyson boxing career hater, not Mike Tyson hater, as a career boxer of Mike Tyson hater. Holyfield whooped that ass. And right now, Roman has no Holyfield. And you hear Mike Tyson constantly say, I beat him on purpose because he was whooping my ass. I couldn't do it.
I mean, the most obvious, they're keeping the obvious away in Seth Rollins, but he keeps acknowledging Roman.
But and that's why we say that. We saw what I said. Only person I can see beating him. Right, there's no Cody right now, so we can't say that. Right, I don't see. Again, it has to.
But
I think
how is it that you would believe? How is it that you would believe a Cody would beat him and not a Bobby?
Well, because we said that 2 weeks ago, right? And maybe it's just me not seeing them pull the trigger. Right, it's not where Bobby has technically been the last 2 years because according to the storyline, I think I agree with you. I do think he's over way more than he's ever been before. Way more. It's who, and I'm starting to think it's not who can beat Roman for both titles, it's who beats Roman for one or the other. I don't see no one beating Roman for both titles. That's my point. And if he loses,
but the thing is, this is where I'm saying I raised the question: did they back themselves into a corner? Because who has only like who in their right mind has said, I don't want to face you for one title. I want to face you for both. Like they say when you recognize a universal heavyweight championship, that's both of them together, right? So how do you separate that and say, well, I just want to go for the world championship? Like it makes.
Well, that's
no
why
sense.
I think
And
that you're right.
I believe
they
that they
back
have
themselves
to
in the corner
be
that way.
Very
That way,
creative. They have to be very creative in the way that they present that, because otherwise it's going to come off as very bland, very stale, and very, oh, they just did this to satisfy USA.
So whatever. Okay, I was gonna go there with it. Again, let's put our intelligent big boy, big girl pants on. Okay, wrestling is storyline and it's a business, right? USA Network, if that's the true rumors, they have every right to say we want a champion, right? And for what it's worth, I've never liked the unification of both the titles, unless they're going to unify the belts completely.
Right.
So that makes it. So to me, the booking was already set up to lose the other title, right? But why make it in the first place? That's the question. That's why Vince is probably gone, or well, he's not gone because of that. But
So
that's one of the things you say Vince
we
is
got
gone
about
for.
we got about roughly 6 months for Roman to drop that title to bring us Rock versus Roman.
But I think he drops it soon. Let's just say for fantasy booking purposes, the Fiend comes back at the Castle. He's not beating Roman either. The only people that can beat Roman for that title
He will cost Roman.
Yes, he can cost. But that's why I didn't like that they made this match. Both titles matches. It should be one or the other. And I think somehow they have to fix that. Somehow it's booking, it's wrestling, it's storyline. They can do whatever they want to do. It's their company. Somehow they got to change it up. They got to make. One's a Raw title, one's a SmackDown title.
Roman won that title off of Bray. So for Bray to cost him that title that he lost to Roman,
that's the thing.
But they don't want the Universal on Raw. The Universal is associated with SmackDown. So that's unless they're actually going to perform the belt switch, then by all means. You bring back the red. You will bring back the red belt, in which I think the red belt is just as sexy as the blue belt. But
I didn't want that blue belt until Roman called it.
Oh my God.
Good. It looks so good. That man is the greatest champion, and he's the greatest WWE superstar of all time, in my opinion. And I'm not talking about all for putting butts in the seats. I'm not talking about putting, because I think Cena put more butts in the seats. I think Stone Cold put more butts in the seats. I think from a storyline standpoint of what this company has done, Roman's the GOAT. And it's because it's the people that he's beating. It's how he's beating these people. And I think it does matter how long he's had that title. And because his title reign, for what, I don't care what nobody say, yeah, he may be on TV 25% of the time. It's every time I see him, it's entertainment. It's a big show every single time. I think he's for where we're talking about modern stuff. We're talking about pushing the needle forward. We're talking merchandise sales. We're talking overall total package with this title. I think he's their GOAT in the sense of title is concerned. I think Cena's the biggest WWE superstar of all time, by the way. I think Cena's the biggest WWE superstar of all time. In closing,
yes. Basically what you were saying is Roman Reigns is the greatest WWE superstar, greatest WWE champion of all the times, along with the Bloodline being the greatest wrestling family of all the times.
All time, sir.
At me.
Why can't it be at us? We got an at Perfect Plex on Twitter.
I said it. I gave you the Charlotte Flair line. Damn it!
Shit.
I gave you the Charlotte Flair line. Let me have this one.
I didn't say that. I said to us. This said at us. That's what I was saying. At us. So you over there drinking and shit. All right, y'all. Okay. Evolution versus the main event Mafia. We saw this. There's a picture that I saw online. I took the Dice Man, and I knew his answer right away was going to be main event Mafia. But I do think it's an argument's sake for this, right? Because put that picture back up for a second, please. So I'm going somewhere with that. You look at why Evolution was made. It was the greatest of all time, in people's opinion, right? Which was Ric Flair. You have the current greatest that was running the show at the time, which is Triple H, right? Y'all all hated him back then, but y'all want to SSD now, don't you? You had the upstart futures. That was the in-ring greatness of a technician wrestler in Randy Orton, and the next big powerhouse, which was Dave Bautista. They lived up to every single thing they were. Tag team champions, U.S. champion, world champions. They had it all. They were the second coming, if you will, of the Four Horsemen. Nowhere near as good as the Four Horsemen, but that's how they were built to be. And then you came up with this, the main event Mafia, which, by the way, I will be the first one to admit, because I love to admit when I'm completely wrong about something. This is one of the greatest factions of all time because of who's in this faction. You have everybody's a former world champion. The
only faction. Put a little respect when you say that. The only faction in the history.
Oh, actually, we're wrong.
No,
we're wrong. Second,
who's
the Shield?
No. This is the only. No, hold up. The only faction at that point in time where every person had been a world champion already. There's never been a stable where all former world champions have come together.
Okay, way to correct it. Way to correct it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this picture better though, because your boy's up there saying something wrong. Okay.
the greatest mathematician in the history of mathematicians.
I know he's saying something that don't make no damn sense. Okay. I know he is. All right, but you get it. Again, I put that one back up. You got Sting, world champion. You got Kevin Nash, click, 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 world champion. You got arguably the greatest in-ring performer of all time, and Kurt Angle.
Oh, you got Derek, my brother.
You got Booker T, and you got Big Papa Pump, all world champions. What did they? Who did the original main event Mafia elevate in TNA? Only Sting and Kurt Angle won title in Mafia.
AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, Magnus. I can keep going. Who's the other? Who's Magnus is Mickey James's husband, right? There was another guy. Doug Williams. Was it not Rob Terry? Yeah, Doug Williams with Rob Terry. So anybody in Fortune, you can keep going to Kazarian. You can go to Beer Money. Pretty much that whole TNA front line, they elevated them. And then they brought in Ric Flair to help. And then at that point in time, main event Mafia had become stale. It had been a year in, and they literally had a Mafia type. I mean, Sting was like the Godfather. He didn't say much, but when he spoke, everybody fucking listened.
I won't go back.
But
to
Kurt Angle just got hungry with power. He got hungry with power, and he wanted to take Sting's position.
Let me go back to the old one we didn't see. Roman has beat nothing but Hall of Famers his whole career.
He's got 14 different opponents in the past 2 years.
They were all Hall of Famers, though.
Outside of Jey Uso.
Well, okay. He'll be a Hall of Famer in the tag team division, but individually, yes. Everybody else, individually wise, are all multi-world champions. And he's not having a single struggle with any of them other than Brock Lesnar. All right. But back to the main event Mafia, though. And again, I think this is up for debate. That's why I wanted to bring it. You don't have to.
I look at it as though you don't have to necessarily elevate the people in the group, because this is the great thing about this group. We've never seen anything like this.
They did bring in titties.
Oh, that was trash. It was done. They bought in. They bought in him. They bought in.
I'm sorry, if y'all don't know. He called that man titties on TV, and that man got mad on the Ultimate Fighter channel. He said, "What you say? Go titties, grown man with titties."
So I mean, that you don't necessarily have to elevate your people in the group. I thought the great thing about the Mafia was the fact that they elevated their competition, because still up until that point, nobody looked at AJ Styles as world championship material. They just didn't. It took for that storyline for AJ to say, you know what, something has to change, and it has to change with me, and thus gave us the No One But Me moniker. And he went away to New Japan. He comes back with a beard and shorter hair, and by God, he's a world champion 4 or 5 times over.
Let me ask you.
I mean, how is that not elevation?
Let me ask you this, Dice. And go back to that question. Evolution didn't elevate no one but themselves.
No one.
And I love Evolution. I am a Triple H mark. Was about
think about the main event people or people that they faced that could have got shot up to the main event, and they buried him. Yeah. Booker T. We all agree that Booker T wrestled his ass off. He deserved to win that match, right? We all agree on that. I don't think there's a wrestling fan that wouldn't think that.
Freebird's been passed a long time ago, Jason. Shit, there it is. He walked off. Freebirds have been passed a long time ago.
I'm sitting on my recliner right now, bro. I can't believe you just said that.
I mean, for older wrestling fans, Dice, the Freebirds hold a lot of weight. They really do.
That's fine. That's fine. But the thing is,
I think they've been surpassed. That's just me.
The thing is, what they always say, records are meant to be broken. Which means these old motherfuckers are meant to be passed. I'm not going to call the greatest inventor in the history of inventions as somebody who invented the telephone. No, I'm going to have the person that made the internet be better than him because we use the internet every fucking day. I don't need my goddamn phone every day. I need my internet. So he got surpassed.
Well, shouldn't the person who made the satellite be the GOAT? Because after satellites, we ain't got shit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hold on. It says, yes, Roman has faced Hall of Famers. He's had weaker competition than Hogan's. You're fucking crazy, Derek, and I love all your opinions.
What?
He has not had weaker opponents than HH at all. Okay? He has, and Stone Cold, for what it's worth, Stone Cold has faced Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and The Rock, and Triple H. Those are his biggest 4 opponents. I would take that for it. I'm not going to say it's better than, but I would say it's equal to Cena, Lesnar, Edge, AJ, Daniel Bryan, The Fiend, and Goldberg.
That's a pretty extensive list.
That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's one of them things you can say one surpasses so far over the other. You want to say I'm wrong, you're right, I'm right, you're wrong, that's fine. But I don't think one's a blowout. Like, I don't think it's easy to say. And again, I shocked him with this, with me not taking Evolution. I know I did. Okay. But when you look at it, and we're looking at professional wrestling, I remember, guys, I say this every single week. Shout out to my man, my son's godfather, Phil, who sent me this dope ass wrestling match between Owen Hart and British Bulldog. It's like a house show. And it was insane, the action that was going on. And he was like, bro, this is the wrestling I want to see again. And I say, I love that because the storyline was so good, but it matched the in-ring storyline. It went together. Back then, wrestling had to go together. Okay. And I say that because when you look at the main event Mafia, I just want more picture of them up there, Dice. If you got it for me, please. Because you look at Booker T holding it down. Like, this team, you got to, from a wrestling perspective, it's fucking Sting. It's fucking Kurt Angle. It's fucking Booker T, right? And Kevin Nash, even though it was click, and he wasn't doing that much, and he looks really weird, like a Christian pastor in this picture, okay? But it's still Kevin Nash.
That was his one of the greatest big men before he came back and dyed his hair, though. So he still had a little bit left in the tank.
One of the biggest big men of all time, right? I just think
top five in my opinion. Top 5 big man of all time, in my opinion. That's got to be a troll. No,
that's come on, bro. No one could ever mess with the Mafia. And again, I am not a main event Mafia fan. And this man has talked about these brothers for years, and I've fought it, and I fought it, and I fought it. I still don't like them.
Why? It's great. Why? Because you don't like the competitors. You got arguably the greatest professional wrestler in the history of this business in Kurt Angle. You've got the greatest mathematician. Well, you got two of the best tag team competitors in the history of tag team wrestling.
Oh, you can't say don't hate on that. That's a fact. Sting, for what it's worth, Sting is the biggest one in that group as far as legendary is concerned. Because
as far as his legendary
his
career, yes, because I mean, even at that point, Sting had still went another 4 to 5 years because nobody thought that Sting.
We mentioned it, but we didn't do it.
We didn't bring it. We didn't. It didn't come to fruition. But it was going to be in place of this today. But we wanted to switch it up and do a different debate for you guys today. So maybe next week we'll do a top 10 big men because we also been thinking about the top 10 little guys. So. But to have something like a main event Mafia to come together, and it was because they thought that no respect.
The ego.
It was no respect. Yeah, it was no respect between the younger guys of TNA
and
the veterans,
and that's how they got built.
And I thought it was going to be a great move if they just would have let Christian in there. If they just would have, but they didn't. They didn't pull the trigger on let Christian in there. They let him in there for like 5 minutes and they beat him down. But the Mafia 2.0, it was a shell of itself. It didn't mean that much. But the Mafia 2.0 was supposed to be the next inclusion of the future legends. That it did seem like a WCW takeover, and that's kind of the way that Fortune and the rest of the TNA front lines had felt about it, and they put that in a storyline because there's 5 guys here, right? There's 5
Everybody
guys.
but Kurt Angle was WCW. Okay, I got you.
There's 5 guys there, right? There's 5 guys there, and TNA Frontline had about 12.
Yeah.
To face 5 guys. They had 12 people to face 5 guys. They had 12 people plus Ric Flair to face 5 guys.
I just think again, storyline wise, they brought the rings out. See Booker T in the back, right? Like,
yes, sir.
They brought the rings. It was a movement. It was them being where wrestling, as we know today, right? A lot of the politics.
It was taking these young whippersnappers out behind the woodshed and beating their ass. That's what they made the Mafia for.
I thought again, looking back, I'm not gonna put them in my favorites, but but that's not to, for those who watch, that's not to down Evolution, right? We all acknowledge Evolution is one of the greatest factions, probably one of the Horseman 2.0.
I mean, if you want to talk about factions since 2000, it's Evolution, it's Shield, it's New Day, and then everybody else just falls in line.
Bloodline,
in my opinion, Bloodline as well,
right?
But
that's it.
That's it. After that, you're not putting Nexus in there. I mean, we're not putting Wyatt Family. They weren't that great. They were good, but they weren't great. But Evolution has probably had the most success.
But we didn't say they were all WCW. We just they're all world champions. So thanks for the clarity. But
all world champions.
Yeah, they were all world champions. Again, I just think if you go back and watch them, and they're on, it's a Twitch channel to watch Impact.
Twitch channel, right? To watch Impact. Yep.
Go back and watch that because that's what I'll be doing. Because he's sitting, I'm telling y'all, he's annoying when it comes to Impact, right? So I quietly, because sometimes me and him gotta not tell each other what we're doing, right? It's nothing like I'm trying to hide it. It's just you don't want the other person in your ear telling you about. Nobody wants to watch a movie about somebody. Oh, watch this! What's about to happen? You don't want to see that. So I on the side playing a game. It's on. I'm just looking at it, and you start to pick up. That's what I like about this show. That's what I like about what we do. What I've been doing for all these years is this dialogue with every one of y'all, and thank every last one of y'all for tuning in and chiming in with your opinions and your thoughts and what you like, what you don't like, because that's what drives wrestling, right? And that's what drives the show. Is I can see what you're saying, and I come back and go. And Derek's forever giving me a thesis on wrestling, you know what I mean, to look at. And I'll be like, all right, I didn't even think about it that way. You know what I'm saying? So just look at them. Look at what the main event Mafia did. And again, I hated them suckers. I hated Aces of Eights. I just been an Impact Wrestling fan. Outside of
Aces
Christian
of Eights
Cage,
was actually really good.
Outside of Christian Cage and Monty Brown, LAX. I'm trying to think. I was a big Felix Skipper fan, like a lot of people wasn't. All right, I like.
He had one good moment. He had one good moment.
The cage for sure.
That's it.
I used to like Abyss. You know what I mean? I thought Abyss should have been him and Mankind should have had their moment in the sun. You know what I mean? Which we couldn't get. But I wasn't the biggest Impact fan. I wasn't a big Kurt Angle fan. I mean, not Kurt Angle. I'm sorry. AJ Styles fan. Till he left. And then I started to see what he could do. But any final thoughts for the day? What we got here?
You know what? I don't have anything clever to say right now. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I know a lot of you guys missed this last week. That's really his fault more than anything. But
it was my birthday. I was too inebriated. And trust me, we've done shows and I've been drunk.
Say that again. You were too what? You were too what?
Inebriated. Man, fuck you. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, and I'm sober now, and I can't even say the word right. But I'm dyslexic. That ain't fair. You picking on dyslexic people.
George, I love the beautiful people. Angelina Love, I thought that she was up until Gail Kim coming and Mickey James taking over. I thought that she was the best wrestler, the best women's wrestler on there.
No, this is not our first stream. Am I understanding that? It says first stream from y'all? Because
I don't know if you're saying this is her first time watching this, but appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button. Please, every Monday, 6 p.m. We are here. We're not actually for a platter. Just click the button. Click.
And this is episode from Mike Knoxxx and everybody who's been affiliated with us, episode 3005.
This is episode 67, 70 something. I don't know. I've been doing this for like a year and a half now. So
how many half for you? I don't know. Yeah. We only miss about 3 a year. We only miss like 3 a year. Right. And it's typically me or drunk. But again, you didn't want me on air when I'm drunk. I've done drunk radio before. It's not pleasant. I start cussing and we start fighting because your breath stinks through the microphones and that you know.
Make sure you guys check out our other pages. You can follow me at Z is Silent on Facebook because I'm gonna be streaming some Madden.
I'm gonna whip that ass after
the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
That's fine, okay? Because at least I feel like I know I'm losing to some of y'all who are good, which is you. Everybody else, I beat your ass. If you glitch, I get him on you. Remember, it's like in real life, I'm the big guy and he's a little guy, but in the wrestling scene, he'd be Kevin Nash and I go get the big guy for you, okay? And I did love the beautiful people. I did. The Pictures Are Coming was one of the greatest interests in wrestling.
Brooke Adams, I didn't like her. I
can't remember that name.
I didn't.
First of all, it's the reason why. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone, Rock. I'm gonna be nice today. Okay. You can play sim ball. We dare you.
Rock covered
okay.
With the smoke. I'm pulling up. I think it's covered with the smoke.
You get your punk ass up then. So punk step up to get beat down. But again, don't forget to check out all the shows on UPR-E, guys. Make sure you go follow them as well. The show that started it all, where Barbershop Talk meets radio, is coming back next Wednesday, y'all, with myself and the executive consultant talking the best in sports, wrestling, entertainment, and music. And we're going to do what nobody wanted to do. Beyonce versus Mariah Carey conversation. Oh, it's happening.
I'm here for that. That. You already know.
Don't forget.
You already know. I'm here for
your show
that.
coming up. We're going to do the Empire.
Spin the Block. Spin the Block is coming soon. We are going to review one of the greatest Fox shows of all of the times. To the Empire.
So with that being said, I love saying that. I'm going to say it again. We're going to get out of here, y'all. Do me a favor. This is serious from the heart. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me, and don't love God. That's crazy, y'all. We out of here. Fingers.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Monday Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping.